Hi, it's Representative Larsen with this week's Recap with Rick. It's been a busy week this week in the House Transportation Committee, where I'm the lead Democrat. We had a markup on a bill to improve pipeline safety in the country. And many of you might know when I started in Congress, one of the first bills I worked on was a Pipeline Safety Act in response to a 1999 tragedy, an explosion in Bellingham, Washington that killed 3 people. I've been working on pipeline safety ever since as part of what I'm doing overall in Congress. And this week we passed a bipartisan improvement to existing pipeline safety laws. Passed that out of committee. It'll now go to the House floor, and we're working on getting the Senate to act on it as well. In addition to that, the committee's opening up what we call the portal for members of Congress around the country to identify the policies that they need change and the projects they want as part of the new Water Resources Development Act. This is the bill that we do every 2 years. It's a biennial bill every 2 years. It's a bicameral bill. The House and the Senate work on it and get it done. And it's usually a very bipartisan bill, Democrats and Republicans working on legislation to improve how the Army Corps of Engineers does its work, as well as identifying improvements that we need to do to our ports, our harbors, to make our coasts more resilient, to do ecosystem restoration around the country. So the Water Resources Development Act is important in all those respects. And so be looking in the next few months to the work that we're doing on the committee to pass the Water Resources Development Act. Earlier this week as well, you may have read my op-ed in the Seattle Times calling upon NATO, including here in the United States, to continue to support Ukraine in its fight against the unjustified illegal invasion that Putin and Russia foisted upon this country. The goal for the United States is to ensure that we have a Ukraine partner that can select its own leaders and can choose its own future in borders that are secure. And so hope you'll continue to support our efforts in Congress to support Ukraine. More good news in the Bipartisan Infrastructure Law front. The Federal Railroad Administration will be announcing 2 grants totaling about $1 million each to put us on the road to high-speed rail in the Pacific Northwest. It's part of a national effort through the Rail Corridor Identification Plan and Program, as well as the Federal State Partnership National Plan. And so Washington State has very competitive proposals to introduce high-speed rail into the national network, and we'll be making that announcement formally tomorrow, but it is very exciting news for Washington State. And of course, I'll be back home this week, but tonight, Thursday, kicks off the first night of Hanukkah. I do want to wish everyone safe and happy Hanukkah, and we'll see you next week with Recap with Rick. Thanks.